Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Alex, and with teams starting to build their identities, I thought we could take a look at the standings and who we think is having a fluke start and who actually looks legit. This is a game of pretenders versus contenders, so let's see what I think about some of the teams with the best record in the league. Before we start though, if you end up enjoying this video or have seen my other videos and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to reach 100 subs by the end of the year, so it would be much appreciated. Anyways, back to the video. So the first pretender that I have is the Portland Trail Blazers. The Blazers are 7-3 right now, and I think most of us would not have seen this coming, especially since Dame has missed 4 of those games, and on paper, there are just better teams in the West than the Blazers. However, the Blazers have won some pretty close games like the one against the Suns, where Jeremy Grant hit a tough shot at the buzzer, and the one against the Heat where Josh Hart did the same thing. However, there are some things about this team that I don't think will continue to hold as we play more games. The Blazers are currently ranked 8th in defense, only giving up 108 points per game. This has been keeping them in games since offensively, they are not very good, only scoring about 109 points a game, which would rank them 22nd. The point differential is so close that they could easily be 3-7 right now. I don't see the Blazers being able to keep this level of defense through the season, although it still may be around the middle of the pack, and their offense is their biggest weakness since outside of Lillard and Simons, there aren't many scoring threats, especially with a lack of depth on this team. For my first contender, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks have the best record at the time I'm recording this at 10-1, and this has been led by the MVP frontrunner in my eyes in Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is averaging 32, 12, and 5, and he's been the leader for the Bucks on the defensive end, leading them to the best defense in the league. Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez have also been great help for Giannis, with Drew being more consistent on the offensive end, averaging about 19 points and 8 assists on 44, 35, 85 splits. Brook Lopez has also been insane on defense, averaging about 2.7 blocks a game, while still providing space for Giannis. The Bucks have had great success so far, and they've been able to do it without Chris Middleton as well. To me, the Bucks are primed for another championship run, and I believe that they would have won last year, or at least made it to the finals last year if Middleton was healthy, so now is definitely their time. For my second pretender, I have the Atlanta Hawks. Although the fit of Trae Young and DeJounte Murray has been better than I personally expected, I believe the success that they have had is not representative of who they actually are. They are currently 7-4, and they haven't played the greatest of teams. They have played teams like the Pistons, the Rockets, and the Magic, so these are games that they're supposed to win, but they have lost to better teams like the Bucks and the Pelicans, and they've had some bad losses against the Hornets and the Jazz, depending on how you look at the Jazz at least. I still think the Hawks will be a good team, but we should definitely not put much stock into them being the 4th seed right now in the East, because their talent of competition has been pretty weak so far, and I think as time progresses, they will definitely see their record dip a little bit. But I still believe they'll be around the 7th or 8th seed in the East, which is still a good team. I just don't think they're going to be as good as they look right now. For my second contender, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs have been absolutely sensational during their 8-3 start, and the leader behind this is Donovan Mitchell. He's currently averaging 30 points a game on 51, 44, 86 splits, and he is playing at an MVP level. Mitchell has actually had to carry more of a load, especially in the start of the season, due to an early injury to Darius Garland, and he has stepped up to the task. Not only has he improved as a playmaker, but his defensive effort has also improved noticeably since joining the Cavs. Defense has been a key to the success for the Cavs as well, because of Donovan Mitchell's improvement and the twin towers of Mobley and Allen. The Cavs are currently the 7th best defense, but could easily be top 5 since the difference between them and 5th is minuscule. The Cavs also have the best point differential, winning their games by an average of 9.2 points a game. The Cavs have also played some pretty good teams in this stretch, and have meshed a lot quicker than expected. I expect them to continue this success, and when they get to the playoffs, don't be surprised if they make a conference finals run. For my third and last pretender, I have the Utah Jazz. So the Jazz aren't tanking apparently because they've started the season 10-3, and this has surprised almost everyone. They've been able to take an underdog approach all season so far, and this has fueled a lot of their play style. The Jazz are an incredible team. They pass a lot because there isn't a definitive star on the team, so players are able to play freely. This allows them to find the open shooter, which has been great since as a team they shoot 70% from 3 and they lead the league in team points per game. However, I don't think in the long term they're gonna stay winning. First, players like Conley and Jordan Clarkson are playing out of their mind, so it would be smart for the Jazz to trade them since this will probably be the highest trade value for the rest of their career, but this is also assuming that they still want to tank. Also, the percentages for the players and their 3-point shooting are kinda crazy. 5 players are shooting over 40% from 3, and 2 of them are shooting over 50% in Kelly Olynyk and Jared Vanderbilt. I don't see this holding up, which would affect their best offense in the league. Ultimately, this is a good surprise story, but in the long term, expect the Jazz to look a little bit different in a month or two, which could ultimately affect their record. And for my last contender, I have the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics have started the season 8-3, and to be honest, this feels like a quiet 8-3. I think people just expected the Celtics to be good this year because they made the finals, so they aren't talking about them starting off really well. It's great to see them start strong, especially since last season's start was really slow. Ime Udoka is virtually being fired, and they also signed new players like Malcolm Brogdon to play huge roles for them. They are definitely missing Robert Williams' defense because the Celtics are only ranked 17th on that end, but their offense is ranked 2nd right behind the Utah Jazz. Once Robert Williams gets back, I expect the Celtics to be a top 10 offense and defense, and this almost always solidifies a contending team. They have the pieces, now they just have to stay healthy to compete, and I believe they'll do that. Well, those are my 3 contenders and pretenders in the NBA right now. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below if you agree or disagree. If you enjoyed, make sure you guys like and sub. I'm trying to get to 100 subs by the end of the year, so it would be much appreciated. Check the Linktree link below in the description to watch other content I make on TikTok, Twitter, and my other YouTube channel where I post my podcast. You can also check out this video where I react to hot takes that you, the viewers, have sent me. See y'all in the next one. Peace out.